The battle for the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC wildcard game. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Lawrence going to put it up right away. And the catch made by Walters. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
Play action. It's Lawrence. He'll get this out to the flat for ETN. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now Lawrence. The pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down. Kenny Clark able to drop him for a loss of 4 from his defensive tackle spot.
And we all know how talented this guy is who's calling the signals for him. But even the best in the game, they can struggle against a good, cohesive zone coverage. Can't find a gap in the secondary quick enough, and he ends up taking a sack.
Second and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Here's Lawrence to throw. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
Well, the first drive here and the first time that we've called the big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers will get involved as this game goes on.
They'll run for the first time with Travis Etienne. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
A 1 yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1 yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1 yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From midfield now, Lawrence. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. It's been a 7-play opening drive, and this is 3rd and short. They'll run with Etienne, and he will have a first down here at about the 40.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. They go play action now. Lawrence. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Jalen Phillips from that outside linebacker spot gets in there. It's a loss of 9. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
From the shotgun, Lawrence.
And the catch made by Walters.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
And how about this first drive? They're being aggressive, slinging it around.
Really confident, too, because they're not trying to fool them with running plays, throwing it, and they're being very successful right now.
So play number 10 now coming. It's been a long opening drive, but this is 3rd down.
They go play action with Lawrence.
Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 18. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. So opening drive, 3rd down. They complete the slant to move the sticks.
And ordinarily, it's a high percentage pass when you throw it. And receivers like to run that route because it gets the ball in their hands pretty quickly. Just a couple of quick steps upfield.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line.
That right there is the inauspicious start that they were hoping to avoid, a turnover on the first possession.
I love how you use those college-bound words like that, inauspicious. Well done. I really appreciate that. But here's the thing for me. I'm just wondering if their game plan is incorrect. You know, I think they felt like they could come in and throw it around pretty well. That interception early, they may rethink how they go about attacking.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it's 2nd down. And they'll send the tight end in motion left. To throw again on 2nd down.
Tua going right back to Wilson.
His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
So we just called his name on the previous snap, and they go right back to him, Charles, for a 2nd consecutive completion.
Yeah, I think what we're discovering on this drive is that he feels like he has answers no matter what defense you throw up there. He reads it, finds the open spot, and is available for the completion.
Setting to throw on first down is Tua.
And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive INT.
Well, they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Tua going to throw. And that is incomplete.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. And again, it's Tagovailoa. That is caught. It's Williams. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. No score after one on EA Sports. A couple of first downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Tagovailoa to throw.
He'll drop this one off to Eckler.
So just 3 yards on the completion there, and it's 2nd down. Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. Now Tua. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. He'll get this to Eckler. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another 1st down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Tua now on 1st down. And it's caught over the middle. Wilson. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. So 1st and goal and an opportunity for our first points in this wild card game. Looking to pass. Tua. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
On 2nd and goal, Tua. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Trayvon Walker coming in for that outside linebacker spot, and he buries him for a loss of 7. Tua now, 3rd and goal. Flush to his right. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. K'Lavon Chaisson, he's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down. Sanders' kick is good, and the Dolphins will jump out to a 3-0 lead. So pretty good opening drive. That'll make the home fans somewhat happy. They wanted 6, but they got 3 in the early lead.
And they should be happy. The guys look good getting down the field. That's got to give them a little bit of hope that good things are in store here today for them.
And a short kick taken at about the 16. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
After the turnover, it's Tua.
He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And they'll work this down inside the 30. And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. He'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-body tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
From the 7, it's 2nd and 5.
Tua sets up to pass it. And he's got his tight end, Gesicki, in the end zone. Touchdown, Dolphins. A 7-yard touchdown grab as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead grows to 10-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis.
And that is caught. It's Ridley. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
My goodness, they've come out locked in on this drive. Play calling, execution, they are fully in sync. 3 straight passes, 3 first downs. They're moving the ball downfield almost at will. This defense really struggling to find answers.
His throw caught right around the 6. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal. Now receiver in motion left.
They'll try to run with ETN.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
This is a big play in this wild card matchup, facing 3rd and goal. Here's Lawrence to throw.
This will be caught at about the 6. Touchdown, Jaguars.
From 4 yards out. And the Jags get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they may just be content to take this 3-point lead and head into the locker room. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Here's Tua. Got a man here. It's Wilson. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
Steps away to his left. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
Well, sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary. All of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw into tight coverage, he found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next down.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. He was true on his first. This a tough one from 49 yards away. Sanders' kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup as we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Both teams trying to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working, but they run it more effectively. They may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
Now Tua just going to bat this forward on the end around. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. The defensive coordinators love that. You got a cornerback willing to stick his nose in there, come up on run support, and stop that pop pass dead in its tracks.
And partner, one good thing about trying to defend that play, you should see it coming the whole way. You see the receiver coming in motion in your direction. Nice job eluding the blocker, making the play behind the line of scrimmage, but an even better job studying the play before you have to try and defend it in a game.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on third down here. And that is incomplete. So it would appear they will not be able to add to their lead on this opening drive of the second half.
Yeah, if another touchdown was scored there, now we're talking about a two-score game, and they're probably on their way of creating an excellent gap between them and their pursuers. But how about the defense there, able to step up and keep themselves in this one?
And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Lawrence on 3rd down. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. Well, Charles, just some visibly frustrated players and coaches on that sideline right now because those halftime adjustments didn't work. The turnover problems continuing here in the second half, and the defense now sitting pretty comfortably as a result of that pick 6.
I think that's a great observation too, Brandon, because they did make adjustments at halftime. But how about this other group staying a step ahead despite whatever happened in that other locker room? No surprise they're leading, and it's appropriate that those defenders got to add to the lead directly.
The two are going to try and throw for it. And this is going to be intercepted. It's Devin Lloyd with a pick. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Lawrence will try again after the pick 6. He completes it to Ridley. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 18 yards the gain for number 18. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now Lawrence. He'll get this out to the flat for ETN. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They go play action with Lawrence. And the catch made by Walters. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
But to throw again is Lawrence. Throw right side, caught by Ridley.
And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
I tell you what, it looks like he's shaking off that pick six just fine. It's not just defensive backs that have to have short memories. Quarterbacks utilize that as well. A much more confident throw right there.
Buying time to his left. And he'll just get rid of it.
What would look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Third quarter from Miami. This is 2nd and 10. Now Lawrence to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Throwing again here. It's Lawrence.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he is stopped just short on 3rd down. Got 9 yards, but needed 10.
And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence.
That's to his running back, complete.
And he is going to have a Jags first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. On play action, Lawrence.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Calvin Ridley, a 14-yard touchdown.
And the Jaguars are back within a score.
The extra point splits the uprights, and this is back to a 5-point game.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up 2nd. Another try after the first down sack.
Tua. And, oh, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Working the sideline here. Did he get the feet in? Yes, they say that he did. Nice job tapping both of them down.
A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Tua. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Tua going to throw. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give him a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
And again, it's Tagovailoa. He completes it to Wilson. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Looking to pass. Tua. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
And now both of these defenses have something to brag about following this one, each with a pick 6 today.
They are even there, but we still have to decide a winner, don't we, partner? And what they really want to brag about after this one is getting that W. The turnovers are great. Can they make plays now that tilt the balance in their favor?
Lawrence going to look to throw for it.
That's caught. And he'll get into the end zone. So now a field goal would only tie as they've upped their lead to 3. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And this wild card game has been as good as advertised. They trail by a field goal here in the 4th with obviously a very critical drive forthcoming as they start with a 1st down. The tackle made by K'Lavon Chaisson.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Off of play action, Tagovailoa. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Jags are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. Agreed, that's twice now in this 4th quarter.
As a quarterback, a lot of times you think it's all on you to make plays when you're losing. And here, the play's not there, but he throws it anyway.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And this a very important drive leading in the 4th quarter of this wild card game. But this one far from over as they start out here 1st down. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it. And the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
Not too many teams will use a 1st-round pick on a tight end, so you know that when one does, he's got to be pretty darn special.
A small example of why they took him in the 1st round there. Nice little catch and run to get the good yardage.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne.
And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on first down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on, because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well.
And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 7 yards there and a first down.
And that's a tired defense out on the field right now. They desperately need a stop to get the ball back to their offense, but they're having trouble getting that done. Another gut-wrenching run right there.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 46. On the counter, ETN. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Another tote for ETN. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Three points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Running out of the gun with ETN. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap and a give to ETN. And room there to work it inside the 25. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
It's a gain of 8, and it'll wind up moving the chains.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on 3rd down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right, they need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Touchdown! A 16-yard touchdown. And the Jaguars are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead. So they get their tight end away from the line to the outside, and he works his way in for 6.
Tight ends are not just blockers anymore. I don't know how many more times we need examples, but here's a great one. Gets to the outside, they give him the ball pretty quickly, and they trust him to get those extra yards, and boy, did he come through, bowling his way into the end zone after the nice catch.
Point after, right down the middle, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive.
They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, two-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
Tua to throw.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
And the Jaguars are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, they tried to take their shot right there, but the ball hung up a little too long, and it's intercepted.
And when you describe trying to take their shot right there, usually the ball has to be thrown on a little bit more of a line. You just mentioned it. The ball hung up there. The reaction time of the defenders, they win the day and intercept it.
The pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down. Jalen Phillips picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
He only gave them an instant to react. It was a classic case of if you blink, you missed him. Off of the line and to the quarterback in just a couple of seconds. Running back only had a moment to react and attempt to throw a block.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
A give running right, ETN.
They get 5 yards on the run there. Still left staring at a 3rd and about 14. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants